Maybe I'd like to probably bring in Kane now. I mean, Kane as a professional writer. After hearing about, Wattpad crowdsourcing of stories and of course, studios like Netflix and also MediaCorp sourcing these stories from this kind of packaging. What does it, entail, or rather, what would a professional writer feel? Do you feel that this is something that's good for you, or is it sort of almost like a shortcut, that your services may or may not be valued?
Mm. For me, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm very excited by it. I think these kind of platforms and this way of working is certainly very different from the past. I mean, I think for most screenwriters before this technology existed, it was a simple case of doing just that, writing in our rooms and complaining about, struggling over our bills and not getting paid for this and that. And then just, pitching it to people and hoping for the best. But now I think because of technology and it's moving so quickly, you could be in your bedroom at 15 years old and have an idea and get it in front of millions of people in a very short period of time if you write that story well and it captures attention, right? So for me, it's I could see some writers being resistant to jumping on this kind of way of working. But I actually see it as a accelerator of success for a writer. Certainly, if you can write something that is so hooky and so interesting to a certain demographic or a certain audience that it gets attention, right? In fact, I think I love it even more because I think it's another avenue for writers to monetize their work and to get their work into other forms of IP, which you can also get paid for. So for me, it's fantastic. And I myself, I'm kind of like in the writer's realm all the time. I've actually even gone on Wattpad many months ago, and I've thought about, what kind of stories would fit here. But at the end of the day, I think for a screenwriter, whether you're a student scriptwriter or a professional, for me, it's really about deciding on objectives. It's about deciding, what story for what platform works the best. Sometimes, obviously, I can imagine when you start writing, you might not get paid for it immediately. So you need to, and it's a long game, right? You have to keep writing. Other ways of doing it is you can also, independently publish. That's another way of monetizing if you're a writer, especially for books. And also, if you're a screenwriter or a filmmaker, web series and things like that, that can also give you a barometer of whether people are liking what you're creating. So for me, it's very exciting, and I totally promote it for young people and even for screenwriters who have been in the industry quite long.
Okay.